Right, here we go. Let's try 40 metres after the contest on Sunday night then. See how we get on. Get to radio.
Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. 1, 2. Is the frequency clear? This is Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. CQ, hello. Right, let's get some rig control. the frequency clear? Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, is the frequency clear? Right. CQ40, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, CQ, over. CQ40, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. Mexico 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, CQ, over. CQ40, 7133, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. Mexico 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, CQ, over. CQ40, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. Mexico 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, CQ, over. CQ40, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray. Mexico 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, calling CQ on 40 and standing by.
2 Echo 0 Sierra Fox November.
Sierra Fox November, great to get you 2 Echo 0. Thanks for coming in. Had a little bit of a start there, and yes, sounding very good here this evening into Bury St Edmunds. Name's Darren, and I'll give you a proper signal report, but that's a 5.9 plus if ever I've heard it. Back to you, over.
Yeah, hello, good evening, Darren. My name is Albin, Alpha Lima Bravo India November. Albin, QTH, New Malden. Sorry, I had to think a little bit. New Malden, you are 5.9 plus 20 at my end. I'm running 100 watts. Over to you, 2 Echo 0 Sierra Fox November.
Yeah, I mean, you're Mike 0 DCX returning. You're 15 over 9 there, Albin. No problem at all. You sound fantastic. So, G working very well this evening then. I was getting quite a lot of interference and that on there, and the band seemed rammed. So for a moment there, I thought it was going to be a nightmare before it even started, Albin. But great to get you in. I'm running around about 400 watts this evening on an NFED half-wave QSL.
Yeah, sounds great. I'm running 100 watts on FTDX10 on the NFED half-wave antenna, which I repositioned yesterday, and it looks like it's working beautifully again. So, yeah. Anyway, we wish you all the best chasing QSOs, and yeah, I'm not going to be holding you for long. So thank you very much for contact, and 73 from 2 Echo 0 Sierra Fox November.
Thank you very much, Albin. Fantastic to get you in the log, my friend. Look forward to many more. QRZ, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray.
2 Echo 0
DCX, Delta Charlie X-ray. Good evening. This is 2 Echo 1 Mexico Papa Charlie. 2 Echo 1 Mike Papa Charlie. Over.
Mike Papa Charlie, I got 2 of you there. I did get the 2 Echo 0 first. I will come back to you, I do promise. Michael, I'll take you there while you're there. Great to get you in the log again. See, we've spoken before. Everyone's very strong, actually. You were both a good 5.9 plus. So, name's Darren from Bury St Edmunds, and tonight I'm running about 400 watts into an NFED half-wave QSL.
Are we coming to me, Darren?
Yeah, Roger. I've got 2 Echo 1 Mike Papa Charlie, over.
Yes, QSL down. Wow, what a fantastic signal. Absolutely booming. You're a good solid plus 20 with no preamps whatsoever. Rotten evening this evening. But yeah, smashing to work with you again, over.
Yeah, well, if everything's gone right, it should be streaming on YouTube. So if you put in either Mike 0 DCX or Darren Mike 0 DCX, you'll sound realise just how good you sound, actually, because both of you that just came in there sounded fantastic. But you'd have to double check it. I'm not exactly an expert at it. I only just started with it. It will only be the second stream. So if it's working, great. If not, I do apologise. It will just be unlisted, and I'll make it public later. But it should have gone. But Michael won't hold it. There was a 2E0 in there as well, but fantastic. You're 10 over 9, no problem there at all, over.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm going to go and loop that up virtually immediately. I've just got a time check of I think it was 10 minutes past 8, something like that. So I'm going to go and have a listen to that, Darren. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah, ignore the first few minutes. I had a few little teething problems where I hadn't set up the rig control. Didn't realise till I went to start start. So, but so if you skip the first few minutes, yeah, you'll be, well, I think, first couple in. But all the very best. Great to get you in. Right, the 2 Echo Zero. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. 2 Echo Zero, Oscar Papa Lima. First name Tony, Tango Oscar November Yankee.
Hello, Tony. Great to get you in there. As I said, fantastic signal, just the same as the other guy there. You're 5.9 plus to 10 over there. I'm in Bury St Edmunds, just outside of Cambridge there, and looks at one stage, I must have pulled the coax twice tonight, Tony, or during the day, thinking we were going to get some thunder and lightning, but seems that we skipped it over.
Yeah, all received. I did the same. I got up about 2:30 this morning with rumbles of thunder, and thought I'd better just unplug some coax. But it was heavy rain, but we seem to have escaped it.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's the end for us. I mean, I've been looking on the map ever since Callum Stream, really, and it got a little bit near later on this afternoon, a few hours back. It seemed to be heading back right near Cambridge again, but now it seems to have disappeared, so hopefully that's the end of that little threat. But I reckon that coax has been in and out like a yo-yo today there, Tony, but I won't hold it, my friend. I'll see if there's a few in. I've got until around about 9 o'clock this evening, so I've got 3/4 of an hour to try and see if there's a bit of G about that. Wouldn't mind getting something going. I don't know about you. I wasn't in the contest this weekend, so I think it was pretty busy on 40, Tony, over.
Yeah, all received, Darren. I've got to say, before you go, I'm just looking at your bio. What a lovely shack you've got. It's absolutely immaculate. I'm really jealous. That's wonderful. But good to work you, and hope to work you again.
Well, thank you very much for the flowers there, and I have to say, a lot of it is thanks to my family and a lovely wife that doesn't seem to mind me calling CQ for hours on end in the living room. I can imagine that's not everyone's cup of tea, and certainly not my wife. So I've got to give it to her. Big bunch of flowers on the birthday. Let's put it that way. All the very best, Tony, and thanks for coming in. Over.
Yeah, you're a lucky man, Darren. Hope to work you again. I wish you 7-3, and I'll put you in the lot.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. G5STU, go ahead.
M0DCX G5STU. How do I sound now, mate?
I tell you what, you're bursting my eardrums. I've got the headphones on, and though you're a narrow sound, but wow, what a difference in the strength of that audio, Stu. Over.
Oh, fantastic. I've been playing with the magic screwdriver to get this thing to actually do something. The ALC control, there's something not quite right with it. So, yeah, it's deflecting now. Anyway, I won't bore you with the details. But I think I need to go through the ALC board and recap it and recalibrate it all. But it's as long as you can hear me now, mate, do I sound on frequency, over?
Oh, you're on frequency. That's as sharp as anything. I tell you what, I am actually streaming it, and streaming it public. I made a bit of a lulu in the first couple of minutes. I thought I was ready to go, and I found a frequency, and I was just about to start, and I hadn't rig controlled. So it took me a few minutes of faffing about at the start, but if I've done it right, it should be public, and it should be going. And if it is, I'm pretty sure it is. It says current 2 viewers. One's probably my son upstairs, but there you go. I've promised him a go on the radio. He's about the only 9 coming up to 10-year-old that he's actually looking forward to becoming part of the video. The only trouble is, Stu, he became part of the video earlier, and you don't want to know what he did behind me, so it could end in tears. Over.
Yeah, I've just found your stream. I just went on YouTube. I see you and Clint from the Isle of Wight is also streaming. But anyway, yeah, I think I want a blue spanner, Darren. So I think you need to sort that out. Right-click my name and make me a standard moderator so I can be your first spanner crew, HI. But yeah, I've got a meet. I went through the shed earlier on and I found an old MFJ Deluxe Versa tuner. And it's got the built-in, well, it's not a built-in tuner, obviously. It's got a dummy load, which is super useful for this old rig. And what else has it got? It's got the swing meter that goes up to 300 watts, and obviously the built-in SWR as well. So now that I've got that, I've been able to really figure out this radio and understand what's going on in terms of power output and adjusting all the knobs and dials and stuff. So yeah, it's peaking. I've got it on. What have I got it on? I don't know. It's around about 100 watts. I I've got it on peak at the moment. It's taking just over 100 watts. So not bad for a 40-year-old radio, Darren.
Well, I tell you what, you are going to like what you hear there. Just tell me, Stu, where do I right-click on your name? Actually in the chat, over?
Yeah, go into the live chat and then hover your mouse. You'll get 3 dots appear. And then you just select make standard moderator or something like that. But you do obviously have to be logged in as yourself to do that, over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not giving me that at the moment. But don't worry, you'll be the first one in there, mate. I owe you that. But that'll be straight in. But still a little bit rusty with it all, mate. And for a moment, I thought it was going to go horribly wrong earlier. But I'll tell you what, you're going to love hearing this back, mate. You really are strong, over.
Oh, well, fantastic. Well, you're 20 over on my needle. It's not calibrated or anything, so that could be a load of lies, you know, but you certainly sound it. I'm recording this then, actually, on my phone. I've got it on a tripod, and am I doubling?
Well, I'm not too sure whether I set the rig up right since we've been on the Mac version of the Station Master 2 for the recording of the MP3. So I don't know whether I messed it up the other night, but this is one good way of getting to see what it sounds like through my radio, over.
Yeah, Roger. I've got to learn not to breathe with you, Darren, because as soon as I take a breath, you jump in and start doubling with me. I could see you were talking on the live stream, so I stopped, over.
Oh no! I tell you what. Well, there you go. I suppose they'll be good for having the video to go with it. I've had so many people say, "When are you going to put a face to the voice?" So I thought, you know what? I'm not hiding. It's about time I did something. So well, Stu, the minute I can see the 3 dots. I don't know why I'm not signed in as myself. I went straight through OBS to sign in with it, and it's up there. But yeah, I don't know why that won't let me do that. But I'll have a good look at it later. Well, Stu, all the best, mate. I'll see if I can pull a few in. I've only got until about 9 o'clock, so about 40 minutes to try to get a few in then, over.
Yeah, no worries, Darren. Well, thanks for pulling me in, and I'm glad I've finally got this rig aligned and actually spitting out a bit of power so people can hear me. So, yeah, my next live stream, it will be using this old ST101E, Darren. We're on the NFED halfway tonight. All the best, 730 DCX G5 STU. Bye-bye.
That's nice you're calling that an NFED and not a dummy load. Thank you very much. All the very best, Stu 73, QRZ, Mike 0, DCX.
Tango, November, November.
Tango, November, November. Just missed your prefix. Go ahead.
Yes, it's Golf 3, Tango, November, November. Good evening, Darren.
Hello, got you that time there, Nonny. I think we've spoken before, haven't we there? Great to get you in the log. Sounding very good, hearing G. Oh no, it looks like a first-time contact. I could have swore I've spoken to you before. But I'm in Bury St Edmunds, just outside of Cambridge, and you're 5'9", over.
Well, thank you so much for the 5'9". You are 20 over the 5'9", Darren. Absolutely booming in here to Wharton, just between Lytham and Preston, near to BAE, if that means anything to you. And I'm watching you on the live stream, and I have said hello. I'll let you work out which one is me.
Oh, Roger, I did see a few people on there speaking on the live stream there, but I'm a bit new to actually streaming live like that, and especially going straight public, so trying to keep up with that as well as you guys and the radio as well. Maybe I'll pick it up as we go along, but hopefully the radio's second nature, so the rest of it will follow. But you're sounding really good here, as you could probably hear yourself there if you're listening. But Nonny, great to get you, and look forward to many more there. As I said, I could have swore we've spoken, but it looks like the first time in the log, but it's not now. All the very best, Nonny, and 73, G3TNN, Mike 0, DCX 73.
Bye-bye, Darren. Thanks for having me on. Good night.
Thank you for watching. Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-Ray QRZ.
Mike Whiskey 7.
Kilo Hotel Romeo.
Right, I've got the Mike Whiskey 7 first. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. It's Mike Whiskey 7, Delta Uniform India.
Delta Uniform India, great to get you there, Martin. Name's Darren, as you've probably heard, in Bury St Edmunds, just outside of Cambridge. I see we've spoken a few times, but a little while ago there, I wonder how you found the lightning running around the country today. I think we dodged it, Martin, over.
Yeah, not had any lightning
been absolutely bucketing down all day. I've been out in the garden tweaking with my end feds halfway, trying to get a bit higher in the trees. And I've got my glasses. Glasses got soaked. I needed some windscreen wipes, so I came straight in. You're coming through. Lovely signal, by the way. 10 over 9. Brilliant signal. Back to you.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Martin, for the flowers there. I'm running around about 400 watts on peaks at the moment from an Acon 1500, but it's running about 22 or 23 watts out of the radio there. So hopefully sounding good for G. I just noticed it was very busy and thought, well, maybe need a bit of a helping hand on the side there. But, well, Martin, you sound great. So you're just going to show G this evening. It's very good and doesn't need it then, over?
Yeah, it's hopefully the rain stops. Hopefully the rain stops soon. I think the wind's going to pick up in the next few days, so I'm hoping stuff doesn't fall down. Because I've just raised it a bit higher in the trees. How am I getting through to you anyway? What's the report? Back to you.
Oh, you are 5'9", and the audio sounds great. Lovely signal coming in at Bury St Edmunds here. I'm on an end-fed half wave about 8 metres high, so very good for G, and I've pretty much mono-banded the aerial now. I've tried to get the SWR down low and the un up the tree at the end of the garden, and it's a lot quieter, to be honest. Usually it sits around about a 2 noise floor. I don't know what it is at the moment. It was okay earlier, but seems to work very well into G, over.
Yeah, I got that. Yes, the same here. I do really like the end-fed. I was using all sorts of antennas. So I got my license 2 years ago. I've had about 7 or 8 different antennas up, and I have settled for the end-fed. I can't get top band. I can't get 160. I can't get 30 metres, but that's all. Apart from that, it does well all across. I can with a tuner on this Yaesu FT710, I can even tune in 17 and 12. So it does really well for a compromised antenna, and I'd say it probably does best on 40. SWR's pretty low. I'm dead happy with it. So it's just a really bit of thin wire, and 64-1 Unan that I got from Amazon. Pretty cheap antenna, works really well. Anyway, Darren, I'll let you go. You've got a lot of people calling you, so I'll let you get some more contacts in your log. And thanks very much there for the QSO.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. I have to say, I'm going to get a few people laughing if anyone's watching, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to do a live chat as well as talk to you and log you. And I was answering Stu, so I said, OK, Stu, and before I know it, I've logged someone called OK Stu, so there you go. I will learn the hard way. Well, great to get you in the logbook again, and fantastic to speak to you. 73 and all the very best, over.
Yeah, catch you later, 73. I'll pop onto YouTube and see if I can see how I sounded too, and click on like on your page. So catch you later. Good luck, 73.
Well, if you want to laugh for a Frank Spencer site, then there you go. It might make your Sunday night there. All the very best. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
M0CXT.
Hello, Mike 0 CXT. Well, I don't think I need to tell you that you're about 40 over, do I, Julian, over?
No, you're sounding good this evening, and congratulations on your first proper live stream. Unfortunately, I can't watch it because Google's is being a bit silly tonight. It's telling me I'm using an ad blocker and I'm violating their terms of service when I'm not. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube tonight, but the live chat's coming up and I'm listening. So I'll try and watch it back later. Over.
Yeah, well, you'll see there's been quite a few mistakes already. I didn't think I usually made any until I started trying to do 3 or 4 things at once. And I think it's more to do with the fact that actually I've just thought, you know what, public straight away, and whatever happens, happens. And before I knew it, there were a few watching. So I thought, well, talk about going the hard way. But I'm glad you're there, Julian. We need the friendly voice on the shoulder, over.
Yeah, you're doing well. And I did have a chuckle at that clip that you sent me earlier. And you may or may not have caught sight of the text I sent you earlier, but basically I said I'd blame the parents, over.
Yeah, well, I had a feeling I would get a comment like that from you. I sort of earlier said to Stu, you know, and he said, you know, about one of the viewers upstairs was probably George, as I'm sure it is. and I thought, well, yeah, he's eager to be a part of the stream, but he was away of the stream nearly earlier that I don't want him in. So, yeah, you saw that, but I won't be showing that around, over.
No, you'll get banned straight away. But yeah, all right. Well, I won't hold the frequency. I'll sit and listen for a bit. And nice to hear Stu on there earlier with his radio. He's repaired. He's sounding really good if you're listening, Stu. So nice to hear you on here this evening. All the best, Darren. I shall let you work a few more. Over.
Thanks, Julian. All the very best. He is coming back, but yeah, that sounded great, as you said. So all the best, Julian. 73, mate.
Yeah, 73. Cheerio.
QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
Golf 8, Kilo Hotel Romeo.
Kilo Hotel Romeo, Golf 8. Great to get you in the log. No, they're all big signals this evening, so G is banging in here into Bury St Edmunds. Name's Darren, over.
Yeah, from G8KHR. Very, very good afternoon to you there, Darren. We did work before on the, let's have a look, the 29th of August, actually, so not too long ago. I recognise your voice. Very, very good audio. Very, very powerful signal. You're pretty much a constant 10 to 20 dB over 9, and you actually peaked at 40 dB over 9 at one point there, so superb. Name's Mark, and the QTH is Derby. Running 90 watts from a 450D into an NFED half wave. But yeah, you're cracking over here, Darren. Superb signal from G8KHR.
Yeah, I've put G8K. Oh right, I've put KNR. That's why. Sorry, that makes sense now. You weren't coming up on QRs. Oh, I can see we've spoken a couple of times there, Mark. So great to get you in the log again. Sorry about that. It's amazing. Should have realised there was something wrong when the name didn't come up. But a lovely big signal here. You're 5.9 plus 10 over here into Bury St Edmunds, Mark. Running probably pretty much the same as I was the last time I spoke to you as G. I'm usually around a 300 to 400 mark out of the NFED, and it's looking like that this evening, over.
Yeah, from G8KHR. Yeah, no problem at all. It certainly shows, and as last time, your audio is very, very good. Very punchy audio, Darren. Yeah, really, really nice to speak to you again, my friend, on this evening. I'm just about to nip out to the shop, actually, but I thought I'd just hang around and wait for my turn to say hello to you. But I shall wish you a very, very good evening and let you speak to some more contacts there, and I shall look forward to the next time, Darren, from G8KHR.
Thank you very much. Well, the pleasure's all mine there, Mark, and great. Thanks for actually getting the call sign right for me, because I made enough mistakes already in the first 15 minutes. G8KHR, Mike 0 DCX, Mark 73, over. 73
to you, Darren. Take care. G8KHR QRT.
Thank you. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
Golf 5, Sierra Tango United.
Sierra Tango United, right. Are you still on the same radio, on the same power, over?
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I'm just on a different microphone, Darren. So I'm just wondering if this one sounds any different. Maybe it's a bit richer sound or anything, over?
Well, the other one was a lot louder and a lot sharper. So that one's more mellow. It's a softer sound, and it's taken out the S's, if you know what I mean, where the one that you had was quite sharp, over.
Okay, so I'm just wondering whether, in terms of, do I sound quieter? Does it sound like I'm not driving enough or anything, Darren, over?
It's a softer sound, so it's sounding more woolly compared to the other one. The other one was straight, electric shock to the brain. It was, you were right in there. It was really punchy, and even Julian came on a moment ago, and he must have been watching on the stream or listening on the radio. Whichever way he did it, he came. Obviously, I know he's only a mile up the road from me, but you sounded the same as I explained that on his Kenwood, over.
Yeah, roger. Okay, well, I'll have a listen back on your live stream now, and obviously I can compare it to the previous microphone and hear it for myself as well. Okay, fantastic. Cheers, Darren. I'll not hold you up, and have a good evening. M0 DCX, G5 SU. Thank you.
Thanks, Stu. All the best. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
2 Echo 0, India Whiskey Golf.
India Whiskey Golf, 2 Echo 0. Great to get you in the logbook, Owen. How are you this evening, over? Dean, sorry.
Yeah, I wondered who you were talking to there. Yeah, it's Dean. Yep, I'm okay, Darren. I've been listening to you for a while. Just thought I'd pop in and say hello. You're coming through loud and clear to me. I'm in Whitehaven on the northwest coast of England, and yeah, you're a 5.9.
Thank you very much, Dean, as are you. Sorry, sometimes I'm a bit too quick from the computer there, and it comes up with a list of names, and sometimes I look at the wrong one there, Dean, but no problem at all. You sound great here. Good 5-9 into Bury St Edmunds, and I was hoping there'd be a few people about this evening, as I don't know about everyone. I know it's quite a big contest with the RSGB and that. I think there's a couple on today. But I've pretty much been messing around with other things and went out with the children. Didn't really have time for the radio this weekend, Dean, over.
No, I understand. I've been pottering around in my shack all day listening to the contest. The bands were really full. It wasn't really worth trying to contact anyone for a chat through the day because all I could hear was contest. So it's nice to hear a friendly voice on the radio after a long day.
Well, I've been called a lot worse than that, Dean, so friendly. You've made my, well, I say day, evening. Well, I've got about half an hour to carry on, Dean, this evening, so I better try and pull as many as I can. And, yeah, I think a few people are watching, so I better get a wriggle on there, Dean. So all the very best, mate, and always a pleasure to speak to you now. I've got your name right. 2E0 India Whiskey Golf, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray 73.
Yep, 73.
All the best, Dean. QRZ.
Mike 0 Tango Papa Tango.
Tango Papa Tango. Well, Dave, it just wouldn't be the same without hearing that voice, would it? You are 5'9". Well, I know it's 5'9 plus, but what the over is, I'll give to you on the next one. Over.
Hey, happy days. Well, you're the same as me. You're QRP. I can see from the live stream. I'm also QRP, flat out of the back of the 101. No amps turned off. But yeah. Happy days. Well, congratulations doing the live stream, mate. Absolutely brilliant. More than what I dare do. But yeah, no, it looks absolutely awesome. But yeah, I hope you had a good day. I got back from, where did we go? Down south somewhere. With the Golf 8 AMC away day sort of thing. Paynton, that was it. We got back about 2:30, but we did a little bit of radio while we were out there, over.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX returning. Dave, I think I got you, didn't I? I think I'm hoping I was the first in your logbook actually when you went out. That's probably why you forgot me. You've had a mountain of people, I should think, when you were out there, and what with the contest going on as well. But yeah, you're right. Ever since that MLNS stream and everything, people had been coming on the 40 metres there saying that's really nice now. About time I got a face to go with the voice. So I thought, oh, you know what? You know, I've got a decent sort of a hairstyle. You know, I can't really go wrong in front of the camera, or either break it or I won't. So I thought, well, at the end of the day, you know, let's just go for it and see how it goes. So, you know, whether I look like I've been dragged for a hedge backwards or not, well, so be it. I'm sure by the end of this stream, that's how we all feel on 40 metres over.
Happy days. What I want to know, have you read them all?
Sorry, say that again.
I said, what I want to know is, have you read them all?
No, not yet. I can see everything rolling around, mate, and I've made so many mistakes. I'm looking forwards. I'm trying not to look to the side, so I thought I'll leave you guys to that. Over.
No, I'm on about the books behind you. That's a book collection right there. Over.
Yeah, I have to say that I cannot admit to all of that. That's 99% my wife. Over.
Oh, Roger. Oh, happy. They're all Mills and Boone or something, are they? Anyway, dudes, I know you only got a little while left. It's always an absolute pleasure, and it's my pleasure to work you, mate. You take care, and yeah, I'll catch you further down, buddy. Yeah, 73 for now. Mike 0, Tango Papa Tango. Back to Mike 0 DCX. Take care, buddy.
Thanks very much. Great to get you in, and thanks for coming in and having a look on that stream. So wasn't too sure how it would go going straight public, but I thought, you know what, just do it. So it'll be a bit easier next time, Dave. All the best, mate, and look forward to next Friday at 7:30. Over.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
2 Echo 0 Yankee Kilo Delta.
Yankee Kilo Delta. Great to get you in the logbook there, Jerry. Name's Darren from Bury St Edmunds. Over.
Oh, good evening, Darren. Yes, lovely signal for me down in Somerset. You're 5 and 9, and lovely audio. The name here is Jerry, as you know, and I'm in Somerset, and it's nice to talk to you. I've got your stream on YouTube running, and it's great.
Well, thank you very much for that, Jerry. That's great to get you in the logbook there. Yeah, there's actually surprised me. I wasn't really expecting anything with it. It was mainly because my son upstairs has been waiting for it all day, and basically I just shouted up to him, look, if you want to see it, I'll go live now, and it's the only way to get him to see it. So it's lovely that 11 of you are all on there. I'm just wondering how long he'll be allowed by his mother to be one. I should think he'll be in bed and half asleep by now, Jerry. Over.
Oh, that's great, Darren. That's great. I bet your son's really proud of you doing that. I'm sure he is. Yeah, no, I can't do it. I've tried, but I've still got a lot to learn. Anyway, if the rest of you down, I'll let you get on and talk to them for your people. 201 today. Thank you. 73.
Thanks very much, Jerry. Great to get you in the log again. 73. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
M0 KCV.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you doing yourself, Darren? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you sound absolutely fantastic. So you're at least 10 over 9, and you sound like it as well. It makes everything so much easier, mate. Over.
Yeah, no, you sounding great as well. I'm in IPO mode, Darren, and you're 20 over with me. Currently, I know you shouldn't really whistle, but yeah, currently peaking at 350 this end.
Mike 0 DCX, yeah, I think you'll find you very similar to me this evening. You should, if you are watching on that, I don't know whether you are looking on that. It seems like a few people know it's on, so I wasn't sure how it would go out, as obviously I've only done it twice now, including this one. But you can probably see on that amplifier that is peaking around 400 over.
Yeah, I'm not watching at the moment. David did say to me, M0TPT, that you were live streaming, and we were having a chat in Discord, and I said, oh yeah, I'll come along and join you. And so I don't know whether he's actually called in or not, because I had a quick look on 10 as well. 17, 15 and 12 on my way to here. So, yeah, I'm late on parade and I do apologise, Darren, over.
No, you're all right, mate. No problem, Kev. I just thought, you know what, I get so many pile-ups going and some of them are just, they go on for, I mean, I'm not going to bore people for hours and hours on YouTube. People can forward through and listen to themselves and do what they like, but, you know, with my ones, they tend to, these pile-ups, some of these pile-ups are going on for a good couple of hours. Not that it's going to tonight. I've only got until 9 o'clock, so only about another 20 minutes. But you know what they usually like, Kev, and even some nets and the odd contest, which normally going to be CQ Worldwide, which is coming up. And that was mainly why I did it. I wanted to get something, you know, on YouTube. But I know you've got to be a bit careful with the contest, so I'll have to do something with the frequencies, as you can't show those, can you, over?
Well, I'm not too sure, Darren, but the contest is definitely one I'll be having a go at. I don't know whether I'll be, I say it every year, Darren, I don't know whether I'm going to be sitting there. I won't be sitting there for 24 hours, definitely, but it's always a chance to work a new one, isn't it? Or some new stations, you know, on bands that you haven't got them on. So it's well worth it for that. And, you know, I'd say that to anyone that's, even the guys that are starting out in radio, you know, all of a sudden, the stations that couldn't hear an M7, or back in the day when it was 10 watts, and it's now 25, that couldn't hear them, all of a sudden in the contest, they hear everyone. So, yeah, go figure. I'm going to shut up anyway, Darren. I wish you best 7-3. You've only got 20 minutes left. So I thank you for the short QSO. M0DCX, M0KCV, sitting on the side having a listen. Cheers and beers.
You're 20 over, Kev. You sound absolutely fantastic, and great that you got all that intermittent stuff sorted out, because there's no way you've got any problems now. But yeah, I know what you mean about the you know, the contests. If you're mic shy, which I certainly was when I first started, you know, 2-word wonder, and I was switching the radio off in case anyone answered, that kind of shyness. And you find when it's 5-9 goodbye, see you later, and 5-9 it's easy, isn't it? If you're shy, that's great. It's fantastic. You can be in a different world. But Kev, thanks for being short, mate. I won't waffle. 73, mate. Over.
7-3. Have a great evening.
QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
Echo Zero, Bravo Mike Alpha.
Bravo Mike Alpha, great to get you to Echo Zero. Not about everyone's a good signal, you're 5-9, Chris, but I'll give you a proper report when I look at it on the next over. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, then you're 5-9. 5.9 here into the village of Saxon Bay. You're talking about the powers. I'm only running 20 watts on the Zygo G90 QSL.
Yeah, you're a 5 and 7 to be an honest report there. I am running an IPO and not preamp. It's a bit stingy on the meter on a Yaesu in IPO mode, but it sounds like a 5.7. There's a little bit of QSB on it, but that'll only be with the power there. But so it makes you wonder where that sweet spot is, doesn't it? Maybe if it was 50 or something like that, that may have been 5.9. And I've always wondered where because I've not been experienced with the 25 watts, obviously, like most people before the rules changed. I went from 10 watts to 50, so never found 25 as something I ever used. So not quite sure where you get near sounding like 50, whether it's 25 watts or not there, over.
Yeah, that's right. As I say, I went from 10 watts up to 50 watts myself, and I found the Zygo G90 and then I just get here to 20 watts. I'm quite happy with it. I get where I want to get where I want to QSL.
Yeah, QSL. Well, you are peaking 5 and 7. There's no doubt about it. But you sound great. Absolutely no problem at all coming in here. And if G sounds like this until I finish, I'll be more than happy there. So thanks very much. I won't hold it if you don't mind there, Chris. There's a few in there, I think, and I better owe it to everyone to pull as many in as I can. Not long. 2E0BMA, Mike 0 DCX, Chris 73, over. Thank you, my friend. All the best. QRZ.
2 Whiskey 0, Foxtrot Bravo, Bravo.
2 Whiskey 0. Sorry, Bravo, Bravo. I think I'm missing one there. Go ahead.
Someone's very adjacent to us. 2 Whiskey 0, Foxtrot Bravo, Bravo.
Yeah, sorry about that. Got you that time. Yeah, well, there you go. That's 40 metres for you, Steve. And if it's going to be there, it'll happen to me. You couldn't have got worse than the last stream. I'm streaming on YouTube at the moment, and it's only the second one. And the very first one went on for about 2.5 hours on 40 metres, and someone turned up after about 15 or 20 minutes within a case. It was a kilohertz away, and I had people coming on trying to help me out with a kilowatt and all the rest of it. And the moment they stopped transmitting, it was a squawk. You'll know what I mean well, good luck to anyone if they want to watch that one. But it probably wasn't the most intelligent thing I did for 2.5 hours with these headphones on, over.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, okay. I'll check out your live stream. I'm assuming you've got a link on your QRZ page, have you?
Well, if you just put in YouTube Darren Mike 0 DCX, it should come up. I think there's 12 people watching at the moment, so it surprised me just how easy it must be to get hold of it. It must have come up, but it should be easy to find with just a call sign, Steve, over.
Yeah, Roger, I'll check that out. Yeah, last time we worked, it was because I recognise your voice all over the HF bands. The last time we worked was when you were doing the men's mental health thing. I worked you there a couple of months ago.
Yeah, the GB1 MMH, yeah. Well, as I've said to Humber and G5STU, I would do that all over again. My father's got Alzheimer's, he's 90, lives just at the bottom of the hill here, and we deal with him on a daily basis, so quite close to heart, that one. But, it's certainly something. I've done it a couple of times, I'd do it all over again, mate. Won't hold it. Thank you very much, though, and, you listen to yourself. You sound fantastic. 2 Whiskey 0, Fox Bravo, Bravo. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray, 73, mate.
Yeah, 73, mate. I never did give you a signal report, but anyway, you're 10 over 9 in South Wales. No problem at all. Booming.
I give myself a 5.9. As long as you can hear me nice and loud on 40 metres, that's all I'm worried about. Not so much worried about the signal, Steve. But thanks very much, mate, and thanks for the flowers. QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Nothing heard. CQ, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray. Mexico 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray, CQ, over.
Mike 7 November Whiskey Golf.
November Whiskey Golf, Mike 7. Great to get you in the logbook there, Tony. I noticed I paused there to actually get the name right there. Looks like we spoke about a month ago, so hope you're well, Tony, over.
Yeah, very well, my friend. You're a good 5 and 9. You're a good 5 and 9 to Lincoln, Roger.
Yeah, thank you very much for the 5 and 9. You're also 5 and 9 here, Tony, in at Bury St Edmunds. So I think there's still a few people on the band. I think there's still the remnants of I think there's a couple of contests, and obviously I know the RSGB one was over at 2 o'clock. But I don't know whether there's one still going or not. So you might find this is the sort of time of night now where they'll start hammering 40 over.
Yeah, no problem, my friend.
Well, all the very best, Tony. Fantastic to get you in the log, mate. Won't hold it. I haven't got very long, but look forward to next time. Mike 7, November Whiskey Golf, Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray 73, Tony.
Okay, 73, thank you.
Thank you. QRZ.
Golf Mike 0, Mike Echo Papa.
Right, I've got the Golf Mike 0 first. Go ahead. Right, Golf Station, go ahead. Right, QRZ.
The Golf 5, Golf India Hotel.
Golf India Hotel. Got you that time. Golf 5. No problem at all there, Gary. Hopefully that's right there. Being a bit pausing tonight. And yeah, it looks like, wow, well, that's looking like we spoke to each other a year ago, if that's right, Gary. Over.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking on the old live screen. I can't remember it. It's that long. I've not really been on 40 on Sunday nights, but the last couple of weekends I decided to come up and just have a last hour or so on 40. It's quite enjoyable. Some of you guys doing the live streaming, it's really good. But yeah, you're hitting me in Lincoln. You're 5 and 9 plus 10 over.
Oh, lovely. Thank you much. Thank you very much for the flowers there. I actually took my eye off the board, the signal meter there, but you sound the same yourself. I'll give you the proper report before we finish up. But I notice you're collecting WAB squares. That was the thing that I was looking at there. If you want mine, it's Tango Lima 87, over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, Tango Lima 87. I just wrote that down. Yeah, I'm not as active as I really should be, but you can see mine there. You've probably got mine. I'm in Lincolnshire anyway. We're not that far away from each other. Yeah, it's I like the layout as well. Pretty good. Quite not too busy and does the right stuff. And I assume you're using this new logbook that everyone's using over.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX returning. It's a G5 STU Station Master. I've been on it a little while now. I mean, for the first couple of years when I got into the hobby, I was glued. I was stuck to it. I'm a creature of habit. I think a lot of us are, aren't we? And I was stuck to the N1MM. And there were several things. The trouble is I run Macs with all of this. And anything to do with Windows has to be run through Parallels. And now the new Mac Mini that I've had to get works on its own chip. It's the M2 chip, I think, in it from Apple rather than Intel. Some of the actual Windows programs aren't as seamless as they were. So you never know quite what you're going to get. Some of them are a bit native and they don't work with the bells and whistles. And I was struggling with a few things. So Stu has brought it cross-platform now, and the Station Master 2 works on Linux and Mac and everything. So it's made it a lot easier that I can go direct to the main operating system on the Mac rather than going through a third party on it, over.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've had his website up about 3 times, and I've even had the credit card out, going to do it. At the last minute, I've changed my mind. I don't know why. It's just that I run Rob for Old Men, and I really like it, but I think I'm going to go and have to try this logbook out, over.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX, there's lots you can do. I mean, I can see a lot more on my screen in front of me than what you're seeing on that stream. The trouble is, in front of me, I've got a big white 35-inch widescreen. You see it on my QRZ page, and it's 4K. And the trouble is, as I found out, if you start streaming on YouTube in 4K, I mean, some people will see it great, but most people, if they're minimizing the screen and they're not full screening it, maybe watching it on a phone or an iPad, 4K, you're not going to read much on the text and everything. So I sort of made it a 1080, 1920 sort of thing. So resized everything and tried to keep it relatively minimal. There's a few maps on there, but it's more to do with the fact that you've got search maps, you've got like worked maps. The one on the right hand side of the screen screen there is populate. So obviously, you know, the more you get, the more that add to that. And the top one's just the search. But I tend to, depending what I'm doing, the logbook on the main one there is normally what I run that at. But what I find is when I'm running a pile-up and I might forget someone's name, if I'm looking at that whole list there and out of the cuff I'm looking and thinking, oh, which one is that, and you start, and it's not quick, I tend to find that very easy. But then you're starting to look like you're filling the screen full of maps. So I may well change your layout a little bit if anyone's got any comments that are on there, because I think there's not 19 people watching now. So thanks for everyone watching. I'm new to the live stream, so taken to it a little bit better than I thought. I thought I'd be a nervous wreck, but I know what it's like when you first start on the radio. Maybe I got that out of me a few years ago calling CQ, Gary, over.
Yeah, M0DCX, Golf 5, Golf India Hotel. Yeah, well, I think it looks okay. The thing is, the master of all of it is probably Callum, DC, you know, DX Commander. His live stream and his screen layout's really good. It's getting busier and busier, but it's really good. But I was just looking at a guy who's up about 40 kcs from you, from the Isle of Wight, and he's got a similar live stream going on at the moment as well. And his is coming through an SDR, and his is looking really good as well. But I've never ventured into the live stream stuff. I'd like to have a go, but I don't know. I don't know if I've got the patience to do it. I don't know. I like just coming, having a bit of a mess around in the shack, and if you've not got it all set up or you've not got a really good internet, then obviously that's half the trouble. But yeah, I mean, I've not really been in this shack very long. I'm just really sort of building it out, and I've got a big 4K I've got a big 4K TV up on the top of my shack, and it's running a Geochrome, which is quite good. But I just don't know. You know, again, it'd be nice to show people the Geochrome. Have you ever seen the Geochrome over?
Yeah, Mike Zero DCX. Yeah, they're lovely. I mean, I don't know how expensive that starts getting when you start adding on the little packages, you know, that you can add on to it. I know there's an aircraft one, isn't there, etc. So I know that can get quite expensive adding those packs. But there is another one, isn't there? I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called now. A friend of mine's got it, and actually I don't think that costs anything. But obviously it's not going to be as good. It's nothing like a Geochrome, but it's, you know, got the basic information on. You probably already know the one I'm talking about, but he seems to think that's very good. But yeah, that's one. Let's put it this way, Gary. If you look on my QRZ page and you see just how many screens there are around me here and what I've done to this end of the living room, I think anything more, any other Geochrons or screens hanging up on any of these walls here, and I think my wife might have something to say over.
Yeah, I know that feeling, Darren. Yeah, I've been banished to one of the back rooms of the house. It's okay, it's really nice, but she doesn't really venture up into my Radio Shack very often. But she has been in a couple of times today and said, it's awfully messy in here, isn't it? I said, well, you don't have to come in, but she says it looks like organised chaos. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm watching the American football. I've got 4 radios switched on. I've got you on the live stream on a smaller screen, and I've got the radio, the 7610 on its screen as well. So, you know, it's a bit busy. I wonder why the electric bill's so bad. Anyway, listen, I won't hold it with you because I know there's plenty of other stations wanting to talk to you. But you know what? I might have a go this week and download that logbook and see how easy it is to use. Just before I go, have you got it linked up to your radio as well, like Cat Control over?
Mike Zero DCX. Oh yeah, I mean it's N1MM was connected, you know, with that, and it's exactly the same. And actually, you'll find Stu runs that software linking with things like that. So what you'll find is a lot of these with N1MM, for instance. I'll be quick, I won't waffle. But what I'm trying to say is, I think you'll find you can use both. He'll find a way where if you want to use Log4 or whatever you want to use, and you can link it to Station Master. So if you're not using Station Master. It can work in the background, and basically if you log on one, it'll go in the logbook of the other, etc. And I ran N1MM like that at the start, but I'll be honest with you, nowadays with what Stu's got on here, you won't look back, I promise you with that. But you can start with the Station Master 1. I know that was a free software he had, but the Station Master 2, certainly if you want to work on the Mac or Linux, that is definitely the way to go, and it's not a lot of money for Stu, and the hours he puts in is unbelievable. So it's onwards and upwards from now on, Gary. Well, thank you very much for coming in. Won't hold it any longer. I've waffled too far, mate, and don't want to start dropping people that are watching me as well. So, Gary, thanks for coming in, and thanks for watching. G5GIH Mike 0DCX. Gary, have a lovely evening. Over.
Yeah, okay, mate. I will, and you have a good evening yourself. And I do like that shirt you've got on. Very fancy. Catch you later, mate. See you later. Bye-bye.
As a Superdry one, believe it or not. I don't know what it looks like on that screen, but yeah, it looks a bit flowery, actually, from what I can see. But thanks very much, Gary. QRZ, Mike 0DCX.
Mike 0, Juliet, X-ray.
Right, I think I heard a Mike 7 first. Go ahead. No, any Mike station.
Mike 0, Juliet, Sierra, X-ray.
Yeah, that's who I heard. Hello, Jonathan. Lovely big signal. I hear you had to send the icon back, or it's the last voyage there. You sound great, whatever you're on, mate. Over.
Yeah, thanks, Darren. M0DCX, M0JSX, returning. Yeah, I've just boxed up the 7610, so it's sitting in its box to the side. Just plug the 7300 back in, and you're the first QSO back on it on 40 metres. Back to you.
Yeah, well, you're 5'9" plus here into Bury St Edmunds. You sound great. I did wonder what the band was going to be like tonight, Jonathan, because what with the contest and everything on, and obviously the lightning strikes that had been about, I think I scared the living daylights out of Callum earlier because I was looking on the Station Master map, and it was showing it got quite close to Cambridge at one stage, and obviously in Bury St Edmunds we're only 25 miles up the road from Cambridge, and I thought, it's getting a little bit near, and just as Callum was about to go live, it was just south of Northampton, so I went on his chat and said, watching that lightning map south of Northampton, and he came back and said, no, it's down Stu's way now, so it's been a bit worrying for a few people, I think, today. Over.
Yeah, absolutely, Darren. M0DCX from M0JSX returning. Yeah, it's been about, we've, during the day today, we've managed to miss it, although I did have to, about 2:15 this morning, I had the mad dash into the shack as there was a massive bright light outside, followed by a rumble of thunder not too long afterwards, and it was absolutely terrifying stuff. The rain, it was monsoon-like, to be honest, so yeah, that was a quick dash up into the shack in order to make sure everything was fine. Which I'm pleased to say it was, and yeah, managed to get everything plugged back in this evening, and everything is as it should be, including the radio going back to Icon UK. Darren, mate, you're 5 and 9 plus a lot here, so whatever you're doing, do continue doing it, and nice to catch you tonight. And that shirt, man, I don't want one of those. M0DCX, M0JSX.
Yeah, I've got to be honest with you, it doesn't look right in there. I shan't wear it again. I apologise for that, but I wanted something. It was there was some sunshine out when we took the children into town this afternoon, and I thought, you know what, I went out with a pair of trousers on, and I quickly ran back into the house and got changed. It was stifling, but it's been raining all afternoon now, so I think we've seen the end of it, John. Over.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. I do hope so. I was beginning to wonder with that shirt, mate, whether you'd lost the bet, to be honest with you. It looks like you may have done. But yeah, I have to say that the temperature today after we had our storm overnight was a lot more pleasant this morning than it was yesterday, and in fact how it has been for the last few days. I had the unenviable job of going into the office in Reading on Friday, and that was not a pleasant place to be. Not just because it was Reading either. M0DCX, M0JSX.
Mike 0DCX returning. Well, on the shirt, I promise that is the last time you see it, but it's a good job by the sounds of it. I didn't turn up to Callum's day with it. So glad I got the little T-shirt with the M0DCX on it and didn't wear this thing. So I think I'll take the hint, though. If I'm going to listen to a few people, I think I think it's going to stay in the wardrobe from now on. But I've got a 16-year-old daughter that has just left school and started at the college there, and she seems to have found Vinted or whatever it is that they're selling second-hand things on. And let's put it this way, if there is any clothes in any one of our wardrobes that hasn't been worn for longer than about a month, she's got her eye on it. Over.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, we buy a few bits from Vinted. The missus has sold a few bits on Vinted as well, but yeah, we tend to just buy a few baby bits, toddler bits from Vinted, but yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that shirt, I think she may be eyeing that one up quite soon, to be honest with you, mate. And yeah, no worries. Well, if you had turned up to Callum's Open Day wearing that shirt, I mean, we'd have still loved you, but you would have got a bit of abuse, but never mind, mate. I'll leave it with you. I'm going to push off. It's nice to know this radio's still working, just to play around with the mic gain settings, and I'm still not entirely sure I've got it quite right, so I'm going to play a little bit more. But I will leave it with you, and no doubt catch you a little further down the log, mate. M0DCX, M0JSX.
Great to meet you and great to hear you, John. All the very best until next time. 73, mate. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 6 Golf Tango Victor.
Golf Tango Victor. Lovely big signal that you've got there. I think if I got that right, that's Glenn. And I reckon we've spoken before. I do recognise a voice, so I will get there in a minute. Yes, we have, and it was about a month ago, Glenn, so I hope you're well, but you're a whacking signal into Bury St Edmunds, over.
Very good evening, Darren. Yeah, Mike 0 DCX from M6GTV in Rochford, next to Southend-on-Sea, and yeah, you're booming in. I'm not going to waffle on, but I was very impressed with your open day in Callum's shack there, and yeah, I watched it, and then as soon as you spoke, I thought, well, yeah, I know that guy because I spoke to you a few times in Bury. I know you reside in Bury, and it's about time. Hopefully, you can kind of. You know, you've got so much information and skill, and you know, especially for us novices, to do some sort of YouTube vlog just to educate some of our M6s, M7s there, Darren, over.
Yeah, I wouldn't blow too much smoke up my backside there, Glenn. Yeah, we're all learning, to be honest with you, and I'll be honest with the, you know, with this live streaming, and certainly that capture card you can see up there, that was a nervous 5 minutes for me. I had a DX10 first, and I know anyone that's been on any of those Yaesu sites, and as you've probably heard, that's all why the settings for the audio, etc. I treat my QRZ page a bit like a Facebook page. Anything I come across that I think might help and be of any interest will go straight on that, because I've seen the bullying going on some of these forums, and you know, you can ask you know, you're never going to get anywhere unless you feel you're allowed to ask a question, and you know, there you go. It's why there's an email address and that on there. But trust me, you know, when I started with the DX10, there was all that thing about the you know, it's all over those forums about the USB to DVI, and you know, and I was one of the ones that actually, when I first had the DX10, had a proper cable. It was a bought one, and it was a DVI one end to an HDMI the other, and it had been plugged in for 6 months. Of course, when I realised, I reckon it's 11 o'clock at night, I see it on a YouTube stream, laid in bed, I came straight out, ran downstairs and took it out, and I had a DVI to DVI, and thought, well, I don't know why you didn't just use that, you know, and kicked yourself. Nothing ever happened to it. But when I bought the 101, obviously now a lot dearer radio, and obviously have stuck to the DVI, but now with a capture card, you've got to put an HDMI in between it. So now I'm going back to that same, you know, DVI to HDMI. So when I plugged that in, it was a case of I could have been driving down to Staines next week with a new graphics card, over.
Yes, all copied. I fully understand, and you know, I think the 101 is an amazing bit of kit, and I haven't got one, and I can't afford one. And but I think what it is, I think the 101 is a beautiful bit of kit, which it appeals to possibly the younger generation, you know, licensed the younger generation, because if you're not computer literate, Darren, you're going to struggle to set the parameters up, over.
Yeah, Mike Zero DCX. Well, it was a big learning curve for me. Electronics isn't something that I've ever been in either. But I think I think the only advice I could ever give anyone is if you really want something and you just don't stop until you get it, you'll have it, no doubt. I mean, I worried about the maths. I certainly never saw myself as someone that was particularly great at maths. And in the end, maths was the strong point in the exam for me. It was just a case of there wasn't the amount in it that I thought there would be. It was more about the understanding, and that was where I failed. So I needed a bit of a. I met a nice guy in Northern Ireland. He does a distance course, and it was all around the time when they were doing the all to nothing when I went for the Mike Zero. So there were a lot of people that might have been foundation level, and they were going the whole way. And he was GI0VKP, Bob his name is, and if you QRZ him, you'll find him, and he is fantastic. You just get a Google Meet every week, half a dozen of you for all over G will sit there, chatting. And when he realised I was getting married in a couple of months and I had a short time limit to get it, he said, right, I'll have a one-on-one with you on a Wednesday night. So luckily, I went in for it, and it could have all gone wrong, but I passed. But he did warn me not to expect to get every question right in that last one, and I surely didn't. Over.
Yes, that's fantastic, and it must have been a great help for you there, Darren. So okay, well that's you just can move forward and forward now, because you're going to be at the end of the day. I watch you on that YouTube stream, and I've listened to you many times as a shortwave listener. And you're very clever, and you know what you're doing. You know your onions with radio. So okay, so I'm just an N6, and I kind of listen. I take it in, but at the end of the day, there's only so much you can learn with the radio. You have to do a lot of studying. But watching you with in Callan's Garden, it was unbelievable. I really couldn't believe it. It was absolutely superb. So I really kind of brought it home. So anyway, I won't hold it. I know many stations want to work you, and it's a pleasure to work you. And I'll say 73s. And on the infrared antenna this evening. It's up about 20 metres, slightly sloping, and the radio's an 840. Would you believe it? 90 is 840, but it don't sound bad, Darren, does it?
No, you sound great here, no problem at all. If you have been listening on the that live stream, you'll see, you've been peaking 10 over there, and you sound like it as well there, Glenn. But I won't hold it because I should be out of here by now. But I'll call a few more in. I'll give it about another 10 minutes, and then I really will have to leave. So it'll be about 15:15 by then, I should think, or 20 past. But I won't be able to push it any longer than that, Glenn. So I better go. Mike 6GTV, great to get you on the log, and look forward to next time. Thanks for the flowers. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray 73, Glenn.
Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray 6GTV. God bless and 73.
Thank you. All the best. QRZ.
Mike 7 Kilo Charlie Mike.
Kilo Charlie Mike, Mike 7, great to get you in the log there, sounding very nice here into Bury St Edmunds. Name's Darren Ken, and it looks like the first time in the logbook there, so fantastic to hear from you. Over.
Hi Darren, Mike 7 Kilo Charlie Mike. I did not catch your call sign. I have you 57 here tonight, 57. The weather's not great for it. Over.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX. Well, you're around a 57 yourself at the moment, so no problem at all there. My call sign is Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray, and I'm in Bury St Edmunds. Over.
Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray from Mike 7 Kilo Charlie Mike. All received. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for the signal report. I was just listening to your last GSO. You described you as something of a celebrity, so I'm going to go and stalk you shortly. Over.
No, I mean, it's not me, honestly. I'm on the radio a lot, so people have got you. Clearly, I've got a foghorn voice and the accent to go with it from living in Bury St Edmunds. So a lot of people probably recognise the voice when they hear it on the radio, and it's forever on there in one thing or another. And I thought it was about time I met all of the YouTubers. As we all know, we all watch them all, and I've been watching them for years. And speaking to someone every day, it was quite surreal going there. you know, to actually meet a face and to walk up to someone and be patting them on the back and talking to them like you've known them for 50 years. And actually you realise you'd never met them before, Ken. So they probably thought it was a madman, and good job I wasn't wearing this shirt if you're watching the stream, because I think they'd have all run a mile, Ken, over.
All received, yes, thanks for that. Yes, good comment. Mike 7, KCM for Mike 0, DCX. I'm not going to hold up your channel, I think I'm probably over there, but it's good to see your friends from the QRZ, and hopefully speak to you shortly. 73 for now.
Thanks, Ken. All the very best. Thanks for coming in. QRZ, Mike 0, DCX.
Echo 5 kilo.
Right, I've got the 5 kilo, but I got a Golf Station first. I'll come back to the one ending kilo. Go ahead, Golf Station.
Golf Whiskey 4, Juliet Oscar Golf.
Juliet Oscar Golf, great to get you in the log. No problem at all. Name's Darren, and yeah, I live in Bury St Edmunds. Over.
Roger, thanks for that, Darren. Excellent copy. Huge signal in Cardiff. Plus 20 all the way, no problems at all. And the name is Peter, Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo. Back to you, Darren, okay, on the location. Mike 0, DCX, GW4JOG.
Mike 0, DCX returning. Well, great to get you. I can see you in South Wales there. I wonder how you found the any thunder and lightning today. It seemed to head up the Midlands a little bit, and then it just sporadically went, and before I knew it, it wasn't even in G anymore. So I wonder whether it's a bit of a false alarm going on, Peter, over.
Yeah, I think it was. We had some drizzle this afternoon. I mean, the ground's too soft to go out and cut the grass, sort of thing, which is a pretty good excuse. But no, it was something and nothing. I didn't notice any thunder. We did have some back Wednesday evening, I think, but nothing today. But it's been quite pleasant. But there again, I haven't been out, so there we go. The equipment here is an ST710 into a fan dipole out in the garden. The dipole's up about 6 meters. So I'm quite pleased with the 710. Only just getting to grips with it because it's not exactly user friendly when you first get them. But I think I've nailed it out now after watching half a dozen YouTube videos. Back to you, Mike 0 DCX, GW4JOG.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX returning. Yeah, I mean, that's how we all learn, isn't it? I mean, I know really that's why I decided to start streaming really on YouTube, is I find I don't really watch mainstream TV anymore. Everything for me is YouTube. You know, whatever I'm watching, it always seems to be YouTube. So, and I certainly know for me there was an audience for that. I found just as much interest watching other people, which I always laughed at my children for doing that, watching other children playing a game on YouTube. I said, well, why don't you actually play the game yourself? But actually, I'm now falling foul of that exact thing. So who was I to comment on them, Peter? Over.
Yes, I quite agree. I haven't watched terrestrial TV now for about 2 years. I'm still paying a license, but I don't watch it at all. The computer's plugged into the telly. The telly's just acting as a great big monitor, and I'm on YouTube all day, every day. And I got some favourites. A lot of the canal boat stuff I follow because I did own a canal boat. But that's a hard luck story in itself. I bought it in November, and the next month the country went into lockdown with COVID. So for the first 12 months I couldn't even go up to see the boat. But it was a couple of years I owned the boat up in Braunston. I got to be fair, the happiest 2 years of my life. Spending most of it in the marina. The people were lovely. The community on the boats was absolutely fantastic. I had a whale of a time. I never did try the HF rig on the boat because of previous experience with a higher boat. I did take a very old Yaesu 100-watt rig up because I was an earlier tuning unit. And on the first time I teed it up, the engine started because it pulled the starter saw and I did with the RF that was flying around. going back a few years now. Mike Zero DCX CW4JOG.
Oh, well, that's great to hear that, Peter. I have to say, COVID's been a bit of a funny thing. Well, no, it's not funny, but you know what I mean. It's ruined a lot of people's. It's certainly my father. He has got Alzheimer's now, and for those were his last couple of years where he was still, if you would like, knew where he was and what he was doing, and it certainly institutionalised him. It began to make him a prisoner in his own house because the only thing he did seem to remember was all he heard on the news was over the age of 80 and you've had it if you get it, and that stuck in his mind from that day onwards. So it turned him into basically a prisoner in his own house. So but there you go, we won't go down that road, Peter. I won't hold it, mate. That's great to get you for the first time there, Pete. We'll certainly look forward to many more, but I really have only got a couple of minutes left, and I know there's another station in there calling at the same time. So I better pull them in next and just check there's not any more. So, Pete, if you don't mind, I'll let you go this time, and I'll look forward to a chat with you next time there. Golf Whiskey 4, Juliet Oscar Golf, Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-Ray, 73, Pete.
Yeah, 73, Taz. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to many more. Mike 0, DCX, DW4JOG.
Thank you very much. 73. Right, I think I got a call sign ending kilo last time. Go ahead.
Yep, Papa Echo 5 Kilo. Papa Echo 5 Kilo, QSL.
Oh, well, I'm glad you waited. That's only a testament to me there, Keys. Fantastic that you came and you hung in. You're a lovely big signal. I won't guess it. You guys are usually a good 20 over 9 when you're hitting me here. Only at Bury St Edmunds, just outside of Cambridge there. But it looks like the first contact with you, so I better get this one right for you for the first time over.
M0 Delta Charlie X-Ray Papa Echo 5 Kilo returning. Yeah, the signals are great, Darren. You are in 5.9 plus 30 dB. Big signals from the UK. My QTH is about 20 kilometers southeast of the city of Rotterdam. I'm using the ICOM IC73300 only with radio power, and the antenna is an inverted V at 8 meters high. QSL?
QSL. Well, 8 metres high is around about the height of the NFED that I'm on at this moment in time. So actually, it does very well in G with that, and I found it does very good on 10 metres into the States. When they had the California QSO party going on last year, I know a lot of those guys have obviously got beams and they're aiming them this way. But yeah, I got right up to Oregon and all across California. Got a good half a dozen of those stations during that week. And it was on the NFED. I mean, I've got a DX Commander in the back garden, and I would have just expected to have done it with that, but I just happened to be on the NFED on 10 metres, and there they were, and I nearly fell off the seat when I realised I was going up the west coast of the US on an 8 metre high, and actually it's got a V in it, so it's not even radiating in one direction. It's V'd off, so it's more on the directional keys. Over.
M0 Delta Charlie X-Ray Papa Echo 5 Kilo returning. I had an NFED, but it was noisy. It was a noisy antenna, and now I have an inverted V, actually a fan dipole for 20 and for 40 meters, and it works very well. I worked some days ago the Argentina, USA and Canada. So I was surprised by that, Darren. It's only radio power, not even 100 watts, but it works. The soil is very wet here. The Netherlands, it's called the Netherlands because they are low. Where I live, the ground level is about 1 meter below the sea level. So the ground is very wet, and maybe that helps. Back to you from Papa Echo 5 Kilo.
Papa Echo 5 Kilo, this is Mike Zero DCX. Well, great to get you in the logbook there, and you sound fantastic. So whatever you've got going on there, I know you guys aren't very far, are you, from here, where I am? I'm just on the edge here, and I think mainly you're within a couple of 100 miles of me here, with that water in between. You're always 20 over, and you're a good 10 over yourself. You sound fantastic, Keys. I won't hold it if you don't mind. I've got last one to take. It's 20 past 9 now. I'm already good 20 minutes over what I said, and I'm gonna have things thrown at me in a minute there, Alex. So I'm gonna have to. Sorry, Keys. So I'm gonna have to make myself scarce. But all the very best. Thank you very much for coming in, and I'll look forward to next time. Over.
Okay, Darren, thank you for the contact, and 73 from Papa Echo 5 Kilo.
All the very best. Right, Mike 7 Delta Papa Alpha. Sorry, I didn't hear you calling me. Are you still on frequency? Over. Mexico 7 Delta Papa Alpha. How do you copy? Over.
Зигхайль, фюрер Путин. Зигхайль, Руси Швайн. Радио 4, радио Ольга. Зигхайль.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Великий фюрер, как говорил, Хайль, Путин, Зигхайль. Вспоминайте слова великого Гитлера. Ёбаная, ёбаная хуйла. Зигхайль, фюрер Путин. Зигхайль, Руси Швайн. Радио 4, радио Ольга. Зигхайль.
Mike 7 DPA, how do you copy? Over. Right, not there. Well, actually, on that note, I'll quit while I'm ahead. Clearly, some people forgotten how many years there were there, but there you go. Anyway, 73, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and anybody that I have missed, I do apologise. I will pick you up next time, and hopefully wear a better shirt. Until then, thanks very much, everyone, and the frequency is clear. 73, everyone.